Welcome back, student. Today we have to learn the topic. The topic name is, as you can see here, relative clause. Relative clause. Okay. So before starting this video, we have to discuss some important fact that we had already learned about. Like the previous chapter name is phase and clause, I think, and you have to learn it very well. So first we have I am also create a scenario of the phase and clause. Okay, if we can see the definition of phase is a group of word. Okay, phase is a group of word that has a incomplete sense. Incomplete sense, it means not complete sense. Incomplete sense. But when we talking about the clause, the clause means it is also a group of words. But what is the difference between the phase and clause? The clause has a subject and finite verb. Okay, finite verb. Both are the part of sentence. Both are parts of sentence, but different in both phase and clause. Phase is a group of words, but it has an incomplete sense. It means it not complete their meaning or sense. But when we talking about the clause, it is also a group of words. Same as a phrase as a group of words, like same as clause is also a group of words. But what is different? Mainly different. It is express incomplete sense. But the clause express complete sense by using the subject and its finite verb, and both are the part of sentence. It's clear? It means the clause and phase both are different to each other. I take some if we talking about the phase has three parts: noun phase, adjective phase, and adverb phase. Okay, noun phase, it means a group of word. Noun phase means a group of word that does the work of the noun. Okay, that does the work of noun. It is a group of word and does the work of the noun in a sentence, like a noun phase. And when we talking about the adverb phase, it is also a group of words and it work or does a work like a adverb. Okay, and same as adjective phase, it is also a group of words and its work in a sentence or does a work in a sentence like a adjective. But when we talking about the clause it is a group of words and it has a subject and finite verb. It is also a part of sentence, but its work a different form. When we talking about the kinds of phase clause, the clause has a two parts. First is coordinating or principal clause. Second is subordinate clause. Okay, principal clause. And second is subordinate clause. Okay, here is the means of principal clause and subordinate clause. Okay, so principal clause and subordinate clause. I will explain the difference between the principal clause and subordinate clause, and after that we start our topic. First, I gave you example like a Mohan bought this chair because it was comfortable. Okay. Here is the example: Mohan bought this chair because it was comfortable. In this sentence, you can see here first sentence is here and second sentence is here, and both are make a sentence. We can say it is not now a sentence, it is a clause. Okay. First clause is here and second clause is here. First clause is Mohan bought this chair. It is a clause. And second clause is because it was comfortable. And both are add. Both clause add by a conjunction word like a because. And because you all remember that because is a what kind of the conjunction? It is a subordinate conjunction. Okay, subordinate conjunction. And so this sentence add by a conjunction. The conjunction word is a subordinate conjunction. So one of the clause will be the principal clause and second will be the subordinate clause. Okay, principal clause also called a independent clause, and subordinate clause also called a dependent clause. Okay, so this first sentence you can see here, this first sentence not depend to the other clause. This first clause is not depend to the other clause, but second clause because it was comfortable. So this clause depend to the first clause. Why? Because without this clause, the second clause did not express their complete sense or meaning. Okay, it is a dependent at the first clause. So first clause is a independent. So we can say it is the principal clause. Principal clause. And second clause. Here the second clause is dependent of the first clause. So this second clause will be the subordinate clause. I hope you all understand it. Okay, it is a simple scenario of the clause that is the help to learn about the relative clause. Okay, next we talking about the relative clause. Okay, I think you all know about the kind of pronoun and adverb. Okay, kind of pronoun and adverb. When you learn about the pronoun and adverb, so one of the kinds of pronoun tell us about the relation of the pronoun. Okay. That is the known as the relative pronoun. Okay, some of the relative pronoun word is relative pronoun word is like a who, which, that, whose, who, which, that, whose, etc. are the words known as a relative pronoun. These pronoun relate to words, phrase or sentences in a sentence. Okay, These are relative noun. And some of the relative clause, relative adverb. Relative adverb like a, when and where, etc. Okay, these are the relative noun word and relative adverb. Okay, why we have to learn the relative noun and relative adverb? Because these words tell us the relation between the phrase and sentences or clauses. Okay, so these words relate to the one phrase or one clause to the other clause, and these words make a relative clause. Okay, first we use of the who. Who is a interrogative word, but when we use it as a pronoun in a sentence, then it will be the relative pronoun. Okay, when we use who in a relative clause, when we are talking about the people, not thing. Okay, this who word used in a sentence not as a interrogative form, as a noun word. Okay, noun word. And what kind of the noun word? Noun word of the people. It will be people, not a things, not any kind of object. Okay, like the little boy who sat next to me. A little boy who sat to me on the couch. On the couch, at sweet all the time. At sweets all the time. Okay. Now you can see here the word who. Okay, the word who. It is the here used the word who. It not express the interrogative sentence. It is the affirmative sentence. And this who word refer to the person. The person is boy. Okay, the word who used for the boy. And this who word relate this complete group of word relate to the other group of word in a sentence. So whenever we got any relative pronoun in a sentence, just like here, like who is used in a sentence, and it relate to the other word in a sentence, that is the known as a relative clause. So who is used for only a person. When we use of the which, who is used for the person, but which is not used for a person. Okay, it is used for a object or things. Okay, for example, I know of a bakery. I know of a bakery which. Now you can see here which is the relative pronoun, and it adds to the other sentence in the sentence. Sells delicious muffins. Sells delicious muffins and cupcakes. Okay, Now this is the clause, and when someone asks to you what kind of the clause, then you can simply say that it is the relative clause. Why? Because in this sentence you can see here a word. What kind of the word? It is the word of relative noun. Okay, and this relative word, this relative noun, use the both or relate the both sentences, and this is used for only a word that is a thing or object. What is bakery? It's clear. So bakery word is a non-living things. It is not a living thing. So we can use here which. Okay, if we use here who, then the sentence completely wrong. Why? Because who word used for the living things or a person or people. But whenever we got non-living things or the object or things, then we always use the word who. Okay, and both sentences add by the relative noun. Okay, look here, who is a relative noun, which is relative noun. So this type of the sentence called relative clause. Okay, I hope you all understand it with the some example of the relative clauses. Okay, so next we'll be talking about the another features. So it's enough for you. So we meet the next class. Thank you for the watching video.